Welcome everybody to look at the 14th film in the Shawscope Volume 4 box set from Arrow Video, and it is 1983's Seeding of a Ghost. So yeah, this is directed by Yang Chuan, who I've not seen anything else from before. I do believe he's the first director in this box set that I haven't seen a film before going through this release. And yeah, this is a full-blown horror, no comedy added into this one. Clocks in at 19 minutes long, stars the likes of Norman Sai, Siu-Keung, who was also in the likes of Duel to the Death and The Sword, Philip Ko Phi, who was also in the boxes Omen, Tiger on the Beat and Magic Crystal. And yeah, they're the only two cast members I've seen anything else significant from. So a cab driver uses the dark arts to seek revenge after his wife is raped and murdered. And he basically is able to use the dark arts because he runs over a black magic sorcerer or whatever you want to call him. Doesn't kill him, doesn't really injure him either, to be honest. But yeah, now that he knows of a person, he uses him to get revenge. So even though this is undoubtedly a film that suffers from some of the same issues as other efforts in this box set, chiefly the overuse of nudity and nonsense gambling scenes. I'm not sure why this might be a cultural thing, but the sheer amount of gambling scenes that have been in these films so far has been really quite a lot higher than normal, to be honest. Obviously not every film has had a gambling scene in, like Super Inframan certainly didn't, but yeah, the amount of gambling scenes has been really quite overwhelming in terms of the sheer number of them, especially since for the most part a lot of them I don't know what the rules are, so they can be a little bit confusing. That said, this is ultimately a more engaging effort due to the great practical effects and effective horror atmosphere. So definitely on the whole better than the majority of the Hex and the films and the single Bewitched film that we've had. The cast is also good. It is generally well paced, has on point cinematography, a decent score, and some satisfyingly done gore and violence, especially when it comes to the final act. So yeah, it gets a 3.5 out of 5. There are elements to it that I don't enjoy, like the nudity, the exploitation of like sexual abuse and stuff like that. But on the most part, it is a better effort than Hex versus Bewitched or Hex after Hex and such. So yeah, gets a 3.5 out of 5. So on this disc, for this film, we've had a brand new 2K restoration from the original negative, newly restored Cantonese and Mandarin mono audio, newly translated English subtitles, and we have an audio commentary from James Mudge. So yeah, a decent effort, but nowhere near the kind of quality that we've seen on the previous, what was it, 2 discs? Yeah, 2 discs, because Bat Without Wings, Bloody Parrot, The Fake Ghost Catchers, and Demon of the Loot were all better than this one. So a little bit of a drop in quality over those prior 4 films, but like I said, still far better than Hex versus Witchcraft, Hex after Hex, and Bewitched. I think Hex was the only one out of those 4 that I gave 3.5 out of 5. So yeah, on the whole, a decent effort, and it's nice to see a good horror, straight horror film in this box set rather than adding any comedy or anything like that. But yeah, still nowhere near as good as the previous 4, which yeah, were still some of my favourites out of this box set so far. But nonetheless, if you have seen Seeding of a Ghost before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.